You know that feeling, right? That slow burn frustration when your boss is just hovering? Why does being micromanaged feel so uniquely terrible? Well, today we're going to dig into the surprising psychology behind it all.
Think about this for a second. Have you ever been totally in the zone, crushing a difficult task, feeling the pressure and loving it, only for your brain to just shut down the second someone starts watching you? It's this weird paradox, isn't it? One minute you're a rock star, the next you can barely string a thought together.
Let's call this the shutdown paradox. It's that incredibly frustrating experience of going from your absolute best to a dead stop, all because you've got eyes on you. And it turns out there's a really powerful psychological reason this happens.
So if this sounds familiar, you need to hear this. You're not alone, and it is definitely not some kind of character flaw. It's actually a predictable reaction, and it's all rooted in how some of us are just fundamentally wired to measure our own success.
This whole reaction really comes down to a concept we can think of as your inner scorecard. It's kind of like this internal system you use to judge your own work, and it is the absolute key to understanding why micromanagement feels so personal. Now, the official psych term for this is internal locus of evaluation. I know, it's a mouthful, but it's just a fancy way of saying that your sense of, hey, I did a good job, comes from inside you. You've got your own built-in standard for what's good, and you know when you've hit it. You don't need anyone else to give you a gold star.
And this contrast you see here is so important. People with that inner scorecard, they're driven by their own really high standards. But people with an outer scorecard, they're looking for that external thumbs up. Micromanagement is basically a system designed for the outer scorecard, which is exactly why it clashes so badly when you operate from the inside out.
And this is where things really start to go off the rails. Because when someone tries to force their external scorecard onto you, it doesn't just feel kind of unhelpful. No, it feels like a genuine personal insult. This right here, this is the core of it. Micromanagement isn't just someone questioning how you do things. It's an insult to your cognitive effort. It's like a slap in the face to all the invisible thinking you've already put in.
So what's cognitive effort? It's all that deep work, right? The planning, the connecting of dots, the problem solving that's happening inside your head before you even type a word. When someone micromanages you, the message they're sending is, yeah, I don't really trust your brain to handle this. And, that feels awful.
Okay, but here's where the whole story flips. What if this intense reaction, this feeling of being insulted, what if it isn't a weakness? What if it's not a sign that you're difficult to work with, but actually a sign of something really, really positive?
It is so important to get this straight. That shutdown feeling is not a flaw. It's not you being too sensitive or precious about your work. It's a signal.
It's a signal of something we can call self-determined focus. And this is a trait that you see all the time in high achievers and self-starters. People who take this deep personal ownership of everything they do. So does this list sound like you? You hold yourself to standards that are probably way higher than anyone else's. You feel this intense ownership over your projects. Autonomy isn't just a nice to have. It's essential for you to do your best work. And you actually enjoy wrestling with a complex problem. If you're nodding along, then yeah, you've got self-determined focus.
So where do we go from here? What's the big takeaway? Honestly, just recognizing this trait in yourself is a huge first step. It's all about learning how to harness that natural, built-in need you have for autonomy.
And here's the bottom line. For people wired this way, for people with self-determined focus, things like freedom and trust, they're not perks. They're prerequisites. They are absolutely essential for you to do excellent work. Without them, it's like trying to run a Formula One car on cheap gas. It's just not going to work. And that leaves us with a really big question, doesn't it? If autonomy is the fuel that drives high achievers, just think about how much potential, how much incredible innovation, and how much amazing work is being wasted every single day, all because of a culture of control. It's definitely something to think about.